Can we just play the song one more time? Song of the year, not song of the year, but song of the week for sure is "When I Die" by J3. We're gonna play that. You guys should see an interview with me and him coming soon for sure. Come on now. Yeah. Come on. Make sure y'all go fuck with Jay, man. His Instagram is J Ben scored underscore. Go fuck with him, man. Music go hard. He a young nigga, man, too. He's only 17. He's only 17, and I'm very impressed with his skills, man. And I think he has a very, 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 I think he's very talented, and he could have a very far future in music if he takes it, serious and applies the pressure. And that's why I want to talk to him. I'm a fan of him. I like his music. They go hard. Yes, sir. Literally. Come on. Man, and that was my dog J3. Make sure you guys go fuck with him, man. He's a young kid. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from LA, but I really fuck with him, and hopefully you guys will see an interview with me and him in 2025. But before we get more into this episode, man, let me start us off right. Of course, welcome back to another episode of the Real Me with Rel podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for keep on tuning in. And if you guys have watched me this far since season 1, my day ones, I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for supporting me, and thank you guys for stopping by. Before we get into this episode, before I get on and I start talking, a few things we got to get out the way. So first and very first, you guys don't understand. It's not easy being a host sometimes. How do you guys say it? It's first and whatever. Anyways, first off, before we get more into this, you guys have to be subscribed. What does that mean? That means exit out this video right now and hit the subscribe button. It takes 5 seconds. Please, just do it. I was really big on it still coming up, because I really wanted 1,000 before we can start making some money. But of course, we got that out the way. But that doesn't mean you guys need to stop subscribing. Not need to, but that doesn't mean you guys stop subscribing. So before we get into this, make sure you guys are subscribed, for you guys can be in tune with all the episodes we be giving you guys. To the interviews with Desto, to the vlogs with whoever, and then with my solo episodes like these. You guys will be in tune with all the episodes we give you. Yeah. What else? Yeah, make sure you guys are getting yourself some merch. Of course, at The Real Me Clothing was pulled up, man. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been showing out and showing love to showing up with this merch, man. It's been crazy. I feel like we've been doing a lot of sales this fall/winter. We're still kind of getting in there, but there's been so much love and so much support. And I want to say thank you to everyone that's placed the order and is gonna place an order. Our plans to place one. And if you guys do not know, of course, there is a podcast merch at The Real Me Clothing. Make sure you guys go tap in. I'm not trying to front on you guys. I'm not trying to make a lot of money off you guys. I really just want to be able to have you guys wear my merch and support, and be able to support, but without taxing. So that being said, all of my merch is nothing over $45. The only thing over $45 I would say is the tracksuit. The tracksuit comes in a set though, so I think I sell those for $65, but those come in sweats and a jacket. So that's besides that, you can get anything under $40. T-shirts, zip-ups, hoodies, sweats. Probably what I just said right now. But make sure you guys go tune them in at The Real Me Clothing. Get yourself some merch. Today this video is sponsored by Jarrell, and our very proud sponsor that's been sponsoring the podcast since day one. No, but seriously guys, we are actually at my house right now, and This is weird because if you guys, real ones that been watching the podcast, we know this is not like my house. So if you guys go watch, like, we'll pull up a video right here, season 1, season 2, basically, we was in the house. That's not where I'm at right now. If you guys really paid attention throughout these episodes, I said to you guys that I moved and I don't live there anymore. So this is my new house and I've never recorded here. And I'll get to why I'm doing that right now, and it's because I love you guys and I love what I do. So the plan was to give you guys an episode with Leah Monet. If you guys don't know, I gotta stop saying if you guys don't know. If you guys do remember, we did an episode with Leah Monet a couple months back. Just to remind you guys, she's a caterer, so she has her own catering business. She gets down with the food. She brought wings over to the studio. We ate some wings. Marv was there. It was a whole thing. It was great. We planned on doing an episode like at her house, and it was gonna be like one of those, like, I know you guys probably seen like Ari the Dawn, and it's so funny how we're bringing that up because she looks just like her. But it was supposed to be something like that, so we were gonna be like in the kitchen. We got some wireless mics for it. It was gonna be pretty dope, and we were gonna just basically do like an episode while she cooks, and we're eating food. It was gonna be fun, but unfortunately, then this actually leads into why we're here today. It's the holidays, and people are busy, and you guys understand, like, when I do these episodes, unless it's like this is completely on me because I'm at my house and I set it up. Like, but beside the minute I step out of here, man, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned the team earlier in this episode. Cause this is like my third take. I'm sorry, but I mentioned this before. I have a team of people that work for me, and I need it. Yeah, basically all, it's multiple. It's about like 3 people. Like, there's like no, for sure it's like without security, for sure like 2 people that have to be like there, whether it be like the studio or DJ. But this just working with a lot of people and trying to get everyone's schedules figured out. It's just very complicated around this time of year because of the holidays. And that being said, it is December 26th. So I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas and you guys enjoyed it and spent the time with family and you guys got everything you wanted and spent time with your loved ones. I personally had a great time. I went to go see my mom. It was cool. We spent some time together. I went to go see my nephews. My brother is crazy. Like, I have an older brother named Humberto. He's you guys probably wondering, like, Humberto, what kind of name is that? He's Mexican. Okay, so shout out to the Hispanic community, but shout out my brother because he has 5 kids and all of them are blessings. And that being said, these family events are getting interesting because it's starting to get like a lot of us in there, and you think about it, I got 5 and they're all boys, by the way. So it was great time spending time with my nephews. We got to play, play around with the football, mess around, Nerf guns, just beat them up. You know how it is with the nephews. And it was fun. It was a great time. So I hope you guys had a great time. And the Real Meal Thrill, of course, wishes you guys a Merry Christmas. Back to the Leah Monet. So that was the episode I was going to give you guys before the year ended. And also I'm working on this other interview, but I was just kind of skeptical because I wasn't too sure if it was going to get locked in. Like, I know it's locked in, but I just don't know if it's going to be before the year ends because it's just a weird time frame that I had with this guest, and we'll talk about that next. But so Leah, I planned on dropping an episode for you guys with Leah, but it didn't work out. So the last episode that you guys seen on the channel was Run That Back West, and that was about 2 weeks ago, about to be 3. And if you guys really know, if you guys are like really day ones, you guys know I've always tried to upload episodes every week, but I've been going through so much, guys. Like, I moved around, I lost my house, and then we moved around studios and all types of stuff. And I've always tried to just, keep up with it. And this time, unfortunately, like, if I didn't record this one, you guys were probably not going to get another episode for like at least another week. When Christmas and New Year's passed and we can get back to business. But it's just been so long since I've recorded and I just hated it. And I love you guys and I love my podcast. And I wanted to do this so bad. And that's why we're doing this literally at my house. And, so then the last episode you guys seen was Run That Back West. We released that, about 2-3 weeks ago. So you guys got to think. So we released that episode 2-3 weeks ago. I recorded that episode, I want to say at least a week and a half or 2 before it came out. So point being said, guys, I have not filmed a podcast in like a month almost. And it's been too long. But like I said, a lot of stuff's been going on. It's the holidays. It's just really hard to like get everybody like in the same room around this time. And that's okay. But just because of situations and certain things, that's just what it is right now. But I did this episode also to show you guys that you never want to let anything sorry, you guys want to never let anything get in your way. I love doing these episodes because it reminds me how I started this thing by myself, and you just need yourself at the end of the day to have your back. And of course, I love my team and I love everyone that helps me and stuff like that. But I love to give this advice to you guys, and I don't know if you guys are tired of hearing it, but don't ever let anyone get in the way of your dreams. Like, don't ever let anybody get in the way of that. If you got something to do it, man. Like, you really need to do it. You got to make those sacrifices. You got to make those decisions, guys. You got to be, you got to stand on what you really are trying to chase. And this is just proving to you guys, I wanted to give you guys an episode, and I don't have the time to go in the studio right now because of everyone's schedule and things going on. But I don't care because I love this, and this is what I do. So I wanted to bring this episode to you guys. I don't have any notes. I'm pretty much just going to go over 2024 and some things you guys can expect in 2025. And, yeah, and we're here. And if you guys are new to this channel, of course, I'm your host, Rel, and this is my podcast. But I think for the announcement, that's pretty much it. That brings us to, why we're here today. I want to say the first thing we could really talk about is the Desto Dub interview. I mean, we talked about a little bit on the last episode where we won that back west. Make sure you guys are streaming that episode, man. It's a really good episode. Really, really, really good. It's like, man, it was really good, and the part one was even better. And I think we're even getting better as we go along, as I'm starting to get to know Desto Dub, and I'm being more comfortable around him and the conversations that we're having. And I think it was a great conversation. So make sure you guys go stream that, the part 2 with Desto Dub. It is literally out right now. So make sure you guys go stream that. I'm going to pop that up. We dropped that, I want to say, a month ago. Damn, time moves by so fast. Yeah, a month ago we dropped that. So, yeah, it was great. And from that being said, I want to say you guys are going to see more episodes with me and Desto Dub. Yeah, I really believe you guys are going to see some more episodes with me and Desto Dub. I mean, you guys are going to see some more episodes with me and Desto Dub. Talking about Desto Dub, of course, shout out Nephew Milo. I actually talked to Milo. I want to say, actually, we got one of his shirts on actually right now. I just flashed you guys my stomach, but whatever. We actually got one of his shirts on right now. Shout out Asali, of course. We got the Asali drip on. Make sure you guys go stream those episodes too as well. I was just talking to Milo, I want to say the other day, and he actually told me, I'm actually asking you guys, can you guys believe that? It's not like can you, but that Milo wants to do another episode. And let's just remind you guys what's going on. So if you guys don't know, we have 3 interviews out with Milo right now on the channel. And I met Milo this year, not a year ago, this year. And the connection that me and Milo have off camera is so great and so genuine. You guys it's really real life. And we're going to talk about it in the next episode. I think if it's not obviously clear enough, Milo really fucks with the podcast and fucks with me, of course, more importantly. And he wants to do another one. And if you guys were me, what would you guys say to that? You guys understand, I did a podcast with him for the first time, and we did the second one a week after, and the third one a month after that. So what would you guys do if y'all were me, if Nephew Milo wanted to hop on your podcast multiple times? You know what I say? I say, fuck it. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. But for real, I'm like, hell yeah, Milo, you want to do another? I look at him, don't get me wrong, I look at Milo and I'm like, another one? And he's like, yeah, we got to do another one, man. We got to do another one. So but you guys are going to see another episode of Nephew Milo. And I hope you guys aren't tired of it, because we're going to keep giving you guys those episodes. They do really well, and they're all great episodes. And you guys are going to see me with a lot of people on Melrose. And, moving on to that, the episode I had planned filming for you guys was Ralphie the Plug. I met Ralphie the Plug. We'll put a picture right here. I met Ralphie the Plug not too long ago, and I had a conversation with him. And because he's not the first time he has been suggested or asked to be on the podcast, Ralphie the Plug. A lot of people have asked me, especially since I'm a big fan of Draco. Don't you think I've thought about it? And I've only been doing this for 2 years. We're going on to our 3rd year now. And I just never really got to talk to Ralphie the Plug myself. And I actually finally had a good time to where there wasn't a lot of people around. It wasn't a show. It wasn't a pop-up. It was just more of like we were hanging out. And I actually got to talk to Ralphie the Plug. And I can excitingly say that you guys are going to see a Ralphie the Plug interview. And it is confirmed. Like, confirmed. Like, you know how I kept saying Greedo's coming on? That one's not confirmed yet. It's like pretty much up there, but it's not confirmed. This Ralphie the Plug interview is confirmed. So, yeah, and I think it's going to be a great episode. I don't know the context of it. If you guys haven't noticed, we've been filming in like all over these like locations. Me and Ralphie's manager have been kind of going back and forth on how we're going to do it. But you guys are going to see it. And that just leads me back to 2025, guys. Before we get more into that, I just want to say shout out all the guests from 2024. Season 2, season 3. You guys are great. You guys were amazing. I loved getting to know every single one of you guys. I did so many great interviews this year, so many great conversations, and I feel like I learned a lot. You guys helped me, of course, build my podcast. We'll get into numbers and stuff next, but I just want to talk about people, man. Just so many people that's just been really important this year, and it's been a lot of these guests. You guys have been great, and I feel like it's always great, man. I don't know, I'm on this journey, guys, and I'm just trying to take it in all at once, and I just like to, this is crazy. I'm looking back on another year on the podcast, and I'm just trying to kind of like reflect on like really how much stuff we just did over the year, and I'm trying not to leave anything out. But Milo and Dub, we talked about them. Those are kind of a big highlight of the year. Those opened up a lot of relationships. And of course, shout out Loud Logs, of course, the family, Loud Logs. Of course, this video is sponsored by Loud Logs. I don't have any Loud Logs on me right now, but this video is, of course, sponsored by Loud Logs. So make sure you guys go get yourself a pack of 6. We gotta film another commercial, but I'll probably put my commercial in here somewhere. But this video is sponsored by Loud Logs, so go get yourself a pack of 6. A lot of new flavors, pack of 6, all hand wash, premium cut. Get yourself a pack, 25% off. Tell them Rel sent you at loudlogs.com. Anyways, so shout out my sponsor, Loud Logs. Shout out Groovy, man, my mentor, one of my other sponsors, of course, from the Loud Log fam and Audio Lounge fam. Shout out Mixed by Marv, man. We haven't seen Marv in a while yet. We haven't seen Marv in like probably a couple months. There's, like I said, there's a lot of studio transitions going on right now. But I just want to say I'm not going to comment too much on it right now because it's still kind of all, I'm not too sure like how much he wants his business to be out there, you know what I mean? But I just want to say 2025, you are going to see some great things. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And shout out my sponsor, Mixed by Marv, for sure. Let's move into numbers. Let's see what's up, guys. You know what? Let me actually read you guys some numbers from YouTube. Actually, I could just pull it up on my computer right here. So let's see. I'll shoot you guys. Well, the first number, of course, we've already talked about it, but reaching over 100,000 views on the channel is insane. We set this, we wanted to hit that goal this year, and we did it, guys. We did it a few months ago, actually, and it is an amazing milestone to hit over 100,000 views. It's insane. Just to think that, my podcast that I started in my old living room is just getting played by thousands and thousands of views. It's just, I can't even wrap my head around it. Yeah, this is insane. So like right now we could just, it doesn't let me see everything, but I can just tell you right now, the last 90 days, the last 3 months, we've had 39,120 views in the last 90 days, which is crazy. And then we can move it to like audience. We can see. Okay, so it says unique viewers. I'm not too sure how accurate these numbers are, to be honest with you. But okay, so unique viewers is estimated number of people that have watched your content within this selected data range. It says 35,000. That's a lot of people. Like, that is literally crazy. Like, but you guys gotta like understand, like, some of them, there's a lot of views going on with shorts, and so I don't want to hold you guys, like, but I don't want to front either. Like, it is a lot of people, and it is. Okay, but this one's a little more realistic because This actually says returning viewers. So for these ones, you have to be someone that's like viewed before. So this one's more realistic. This one is 668. So we're basically on track on like the numbers. Like if you guys don't know, we have like about 1,000 subscribers. So anything around that number is just kind of like what makes sense. But that doesn't mean 1,000 people watch the video. Way more people than 1,000 watch it. That's why the 35,000 is right there. But yeah, so it's just crazy, guys. Man, a lot of people, a lot of views, and we don't even do it about that, man. I don't even want to talk about this shit for real, to be honest with you, but I just like to talk about it because I just want you guys to know like where we're at. I want you guys to be on the same page as as me, and for you guys to know exactly what's going on behind the scenes, what we're working on, where we're going, what we're doing, what things are changing, and that's why I'm here. So, forget the analytics stuff, but we just did so many great interviews this year, and I feel like I really grew as a host. I think it really suited me up and got me ready for my next year, which is about to be 2025. I think these interviews, these conversations that I'm having with these publicists and these managers and these people, these interviews are starting to get bigger people, and I'm just a young kid who started a podcast. Like I try to play it like I'm professional and everything like that, but I taught myself this. I learn as I go. And yes, sometimes when I do an interview, I get nervous, dude. I be like, hold on, bro. I'm about to interview Desto Dub. Wait a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But I love it. I love every minute of it. I love the experience. I love these interviews that we've been doing. I just wanted to thank everyone from the guests that have came on the podcast this year. It's been great. You guys helped me become a better host, and I hope that you guys have seen that and that you guys seen the growth of me. And since season 1 to, we're kind of like in the middle of season 3 now. And yeah, so let's talk about, moving on from 2024. I think that's pretty much it on my recap. I went through so much this year, so many transitions, so many changes, so many relationships. It was very, 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 it was a roller coaster, man. This year was an absolute roller coaster. And I think you guys could probably relate to me on that a little bit. But, like I always say, I always like to learn from things and, not let things kind of define me and just go along with things. I always like to take something from it. And, this year I learned a lot. And, I don't like to be one of those people that says, 2025 is going to be my year. But let's just hope that it is better than 2024, because 2024 was so leave it at that. So let's just go with all good vibes for 2025 coming into the new year. Back to the Ralphie the Plug. So yeah, we confirmed that interview. You guys are gonna be seeing that pretty soon. Oh God, you guys don't understand. Like sometimes I just get my words twisted. As well as the Leah Monet episode, we still plan on. I'm still interested in doing it, and I still want to say that you guys are gonna see that interview. But yeah, a lot of interviews in the works. Ralphie the Plug. I'm working on an O3 Greedo interview right now. I'm trying to get Bravo the Bag Chaser, but it's starting to it's hard because I met Bravo the Bag Chaser, but from what I'm hearing, he doesn't really like to do interviews. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just talk about it right now. DJ, I know he's probably gonna watch this one day, but when we met Bravo the Bag Chaser, it was in the middle of the Salty store. You guys know I'd be kind of there a lot, filming episodes of Milo and stuff. He came through after we interviewed Milo, and it was like honestly the perfect time to interview him. Like the store was closed, it was just me, Milo, and like his people and like Bravo's people in there. And I was literally talking to him, and I really wished I would have interviewed him right there. But like I said, I was just kind of not thrown off, but think about it. I just did an interview. After we do these interviews, it's like an hour long. You're kind of not tired, but you got to like get something to drink, and you're kind of like you just talk for like a whole hour straight. You know what I mean? So you're kind of thinking like wrapping it up, kind of thinking about the episode you just did. So I'm still trying to work on that because I really want to bring the Mexican rappers onto the podcast, but you guys are going to see it. Just to be completely transparent with you guys, it's really just about the connections I make and just kind of shaking hands and like who I meet. And that's how fast it works. I have publicists like, shout out Kathy J. Hood that invites me and puts me in rooms, which also helps. But even when she does that, it's still on me when I get there to shake the right hands and get the right phone numbers down. And that's really where we're at. But all these names that you guys hear, like Ralphie, Bravo the Bag Chaser, you are going to see all those interviews hopefully in 2025. I want to say at least a good amount of them. I don't want to like promise you anything, but it's kind of like almost destined to happen, like just the way certain things go. So yeah, I want to bring that interview to you guys. I talked to Lo the Great. I've been talking to Lo the Great for actually a month and a half now. We've been going back and forth. He has been going through some health issues, so we almost were trying to do it this month, but it looks like we're going to try to do that next month. So Lo the Great, you guys can hopefully see an interview with him. Who else? I told Groovy to push this one. He's just so like, it's hard to like get anything done with him, and I love him so much. I'm a big fan of him. Frosty the Snowman. I'm actually gonna pull up this vlog right now. Think you guys go stream that. We met Frosty the Snowman. Really cool dude, funny as fuck. But you guys understand, like, trying to get these guys to come through for certain things, especially when I'm not a big podcast yet. Like, I'm not a really big podcast. So even when I do get the right people, like, sometimes it's still, you gotta, like, sometimes the rescheduling. So we want to interview Frosty the Snowman. That would be, like, so sick. I think it would be, like, one of the funniest interviews on the planet. So yeah, Frosty the Snowman, Ralphie the Plug, Lo the Great. I want to bring Ron the producer on. I want to bring One Take Jay. I still want to do that episode if he's down for it. Personally, that's kind of like up on Irene, his manager. So whenever she kind of decides to let that happen, we could do it. I'm trying to think who else we're kind of looking. Oh yeah, G Perico. I want to interview G Perico. I feel like we could definitely make that happen. That actually goes back to Loud Logs, because you guys know I'm part of Loud Logs, right? So Loud Logs itself, the brand that sponsors, the Real Me with Rail, they have connections, relationships with a lot of these artists, that I mentioned, and G Perico's one of them. That being said, they're actually dropping it. They're either dropping it or they're like about to drop the flavor with G Perico called Blue T-shirt, which I've actually smoked, which is pretty good actually. So make sure you guys go tap into with that. But G Perico would be a cool episode. I want to say Wally the Sensei. So these are more like Loud Log type relationships. Depending on, Groovy and the Loud Log fam, if they can help out with that. But like I said, this is going to be a new year, and I've been in a lot of meetings with Loud Logs, and I have a lot of plans and strategic ways to bring these interviews to you guys. And, yeah, man, it's, a lot of cool stuff for 2025. I don't want to spoil everything, but I just want to give you guys a little taste or a little teaser of like what you guys should be seeing, within these next couple months. Yeah, I want to say more solo episodes. So we actually been doing a lot of analytics on our solo episodes and just kind of looking back on like the numbers that they're doing and the hours. And apparently you guys actually like me. So like I'm actually going to try to do more of these more often. Because, usually I'm doing interviews and stuff, but from the data of what we have, it shows that you actually guys watch these interviews more than the interviews sometimes. So we're going to try bringing more solo episodes to you guys, more vlogs, more public interviews. We're going to try doing like short I wanted to stay away from the public interviews. I think those are very, very cringy. I never really been a fan of those. The people that said, hey, I'm and what's the drip you got on today? And I've always been a very cringe fan of those, because I'm a podcaster. I like to have conversations and I like to have full episodes. But I'll give you an example. Like, okay, Caribou was at Desto's shop the other day, a couple weeks ago. I missed her. I pulled up late, and that was going to be a kind of like a situation where I was just going to do it. Like, we got some wireless mics, and that day we were going to do it like just, fuck it. But I've always been not really a fan of those public interviews. But I definitely want to say you guys are going to see interviews in so many different places and so many different things. We're trying to really branch out in 2025. I really want to do interviews. Like this is probably the first one you guys are going to see. Like, this is my house. We're back in here. So which is crazy. Don't get used to this because I'm not gonna probably do this again. This is probably like a one-time thing, to be honest with you. I just really, like I said in the beginning of the episode, like trying to get into the studio right now is impossible. So I wanted to give you guys something before the year ends. But moving forward in 2025, I want to say you guys are gonna see a lot of different environments. A lot of really really cool episodes. Like cool ones like in the middle of the store, like the warehouse. The Leah Monet episode in the kitchen, the one that you guys are gonna see with Ralphie the Plug, that might be in the studio or some other place, but you guys are gonna see some really, really dope stuff and some dope people. I don't want to make this too long. I really feel like I say a lot of the same stuff on here sometimes, and I try not to. This wasn't a really planned episode, so I really just kind of just talking off the dome right now. I'm just kind of keeping it on the podcast. I think there's some personal stuff I wanted to talk about, like that's been going on with me personally that I wanted to bring up with you guys. But just because today was just not a planned day and I'm not organized right now, I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to keep it on the YouTube stuff and just keep it on the podcast, fam. But yeah, guys, we're moving up. We are now 500 hours away from being monetized. We need 3,000 and we now have 2,500. So it's just we're so close to achieving that goal. And something I've obviously been working very hard for. Of course, my team and me have just been really pushing for, and what we all have been pushing for is monetization. And it's just, you guys understand, you guys are in this with me. It's a puzzle, man. We have to do things to grow, to get to the next level. We got out the house, we got to Hollywood, we're starting to get the guests. Now we're going to get the guests to get into the buildings, get the sponsorships, to get the monetization, to get the production. It's all one step after another. And I'm just here to really tell you guys that this year we didn't waste any time. We shot over do I really want to look? Okay, I guess we can look. We shot over 22 episodes. We shot over 22 episodes for season 3, and we shot so 22 episodes for season 3, and we shot, this was last year. I want to say, probably this one right here. Yeah. So we probably shot one. Yeah, because when was the date on this? January 14th. Yeah, so the Swaggy one was the first one. So we shot 22 and then 8, 9, 10 episodes for season 2. So we shot about over like 30 something episodes this year, and then that's not even including like some solo episodes and some vlogs. So I want to say we gave you guys 30, 40 videos this year, I think, including like the shorts and stuff like that. So we gave you guys, we shot a lot of content, man. We did the damn thing, man, as they say. And I just want to let you guys know I've never used that word in my life, and it's just the only thing that could roll off my tongue at the moment. But yeah, we did it. We really did it, and it was great. It was really great. So I'm trying to think what else. I don't really know what else to tell you guys, man. I love you guys so much. This path, this road that I'm taking for this podcast is a very lonely road, but I love it and I appreciate it. And got new headphones, by the way, if you guys fuck with these. And yeah, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but it's just we're just getting started. And to my team, shout out you guys. You guys better strap the fuck up because 2025 we got some work to do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know how long this episode was. Of course, make sure you guys are following me at Jarrell B. By the time you guys see this, you guys are gonna have your course. Not you guys are gonna have, but it's probably gonna be a little before New Year. So Happy New Year! And I'm really excited to be with you guys again next year. And, thank you guys for taking this ride with me and, come stopping by today and watch another episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please let me know who you guys want to see on here next. I don't like to give out too much information, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of what we're working on. But there's always more guests out there that I don't know. My team is always telling me, trying to suggest people, but you guys feel free to come up to me and tell me who you guys want to see if I didn't name anyone else that you're interested in that I just said in this episode. But female guests too as well, you know what I mean? We want to bring in the female artists. They're just a little harder to work with. They're a little more I DM'd a couple of them and they're just like a little more bougie. So we still try to get it done though, you know what I mean? I'll have my assistant Ari, maybe have her hit her up, of course. Shout out my assistant Ari. And that being said, PSA 2025 moving forward, her at is of course in the bio, but do not DM me saying, hey bro, like when am I gonna get a podcast, or when are we gonna get an interview in, bro, or what's up with the podcast, or whatever y'all be saying. Don't DM me, bro. Please DM my assistant Ari, and she will make it happen, of course. And also I want to say you guys are gonna see me on other people's podcasts as well. Me and my team have been working on that as well, as trying to get on other platforms, but there's not a lot out there. But we're also working on that. So you guys can, of course, see me on other people's channels, which should be cool. But yeah, besides that, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys tune in with all the latest episodes. I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's and Happy Holidays to you guys. And of course, I'm going to see you guys in 2025. All right.